Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Going deep here for Parker. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing again here, Fitzpatrick on 2nd and 10. And this is Parker, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 54 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted, was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Gets fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 18. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Bo Scarborough, 82 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Fitzpatrick. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
53, ready. Right there in the middle, 55.
This is Scarborough. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
32.
They run. This is Scarborough. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
On 2nd and 12, Stafford, screenplay, Johnson. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
6-6. Pull it high. Hey, orbit.
Watch the edge. Hey, watch the edge, watch the edge.
Watch twist. Watch the twist. Hey, 22.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Hey, 22. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Push him back. Push him back.
Hey.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Monday.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Here I come again. Kill. Jam.
Easy. Check 13.
Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now Scarborough. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Through 1 quarter, 9-7 our score. Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
Big 20.
Alert 3. Big edge.
Hey, Foxtrot.
You got double up.
22.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
Hey, middle. Hey, Charlie. Christian, Travis. Joker. Chance.
Now Stafford trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. I love plays like that. A defensive lineman holding the football. It's like a kid who stole a cookie from the cookie jar, and then he's just fleeing the scene of the crime.
And all he's doing in his mind, reliving his days when he was young, probably played fullback on his high school team. Always wanted to be the tailback carrying the ball, trying his best to lug that bad boy the distance.
Pretty impressive pick there off the screen, and then a nice return.
You know, nowadays, they do more ball drills with the big guys than ever before because they want to take possessions away from the offense.
Mike 180.
Lose one.
PPP. Check. Hey, echo.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Like 20. Come on.
SOS. Check 31. Check 9.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Hey, let's get that home.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Trey Flowers bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
Slam. Check. Lucky.
10. Bravo.
Whip. Watch the whip.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
50-50.
Check 52.
61. Match box light.
99. Check 99. Kill.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Check 3.
Alert. Go.
Quick. Bang. Tight dog.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
On first down at Stafford. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Space to run past the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Stay 50.
Under 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability.
It's a foot race. The 40. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, 78 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Extra point good by Prater, and that makes this a 9-point game. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams...
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They try again with Scarborough. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
High 7.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Fitzpatrick again. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
50, Mike 51. Let's get it together, defense. We're going to go 5-0 here.
Again, it's Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Fitzpatrick. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Trey Flowers make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. 3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Sanders' kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game,
defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. Bo Scarborough, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
So now Stafford will bring up the Lions, and they'll go for 2.
Your track, your track.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Lions 28, Dolphins 13.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Fitzpatrick. And he finds Parker here, complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line. Fitzpatrick on 1st down. Throw left side, complete. It's Grant. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now at Ford Field. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. To the air again, Fitzpatrick. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
There you go, get down.
Hey, Haywood.
They'll throw again, Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
He's checking crap. Hey, Red, smooth.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Hey, Alpha.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
No.
It's Scarborough again. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Rip right. Watch the safety creep. He's checking. Crash. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Twist. Watch the edge. Hey. Watch it. Watch twist. Watch the twist. Check.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second-guess when you don't get it on a fourth-down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing Fitzpatrick. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. And it's caught by Parker. And that'll get them the 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Fitzpatrick on target to Wilson. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick. And he rifles one incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. But now it's 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. He gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down. A 1st down throw for Fitzpatrick. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Trey Flowers, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. On 3rd down. Laird, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Check 13. Check 13. Wall. Get wall. Switch. Alert 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. Laird. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting
the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, fuck the opposition, and all that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.